Right, so in part two, we're going to start learning how to do logs in our calculators and how to start solving some of these problems. All right, so I am going to teach you how to do this on a forward-thinking calculator as well as a backward-thinking calculator. So my pink calculator is a forward-thinking one, and my gray calculator is a backward-thinking calculator. So if you have a forward-thinking calculator and you're looking for the log of 66.3, you're going to do exactly that. Press the LOG button, 66.3, and then press equals. If you have a backwards thinking calculator, then you're going to type in the 66.3 first and then press the LOG button. And you notice in both cases, we got 1.8215. All right. So this one gets a little bit more complicated. So we want to make sure we have parentheses around what we're taking the log of. Okay. So if we're using a forward thinking calculator, we're going to say log. And in my calculator's case, it starts me off with a parentheses. So if yours does not start you off with a parentheses, then I would add one there. Then we're going to do 17. And then remember, just like that, above the 6 button, we're going to do this power button and 4. Then we're going to say divided by 5, close the parentheses and equals. And then the backwards, we're going to do everything that we did in the forward. We're just going to do the log last. So we're going to do parentheses, 17, and then in my case, this y to the x button is my power button, and I want it to be the 4th power, divided by 5, close my parentheses. So that's everything except for the log. And then when I take the log of that, now I have exactly the same value. So we can say this is 4.2228. All right. So on this one, you're going to want parentheses around the whole thing and see if you can find the answer. So on a forward-thinking calculator, we're going to do log, make sure that we have that parentheses, and then we can do 7 times 4 to the power of 3, or you could have done 7 parentheses 4 to the power of 3 equals. And then on this one, we do everything except for the log, so we're going to do parentheses, 7 times 4 to the power of 3, close it. And then we're going to take the log, and you'll notice they both match at 2.651, and then I'm going to round that 2 to the 3. So when we were talking about sine and cosine, if we wanted to make them go away, we would take the inverse sine or the inverse cosine. And so the inverse of a log is called an antilog. And so to take the antilog of a number is to take 10 to the power of that number. So on your calculator, it's the second function of your common log button. So if you look right above the button that says LOG, you're going to see 10 to the x power. And so logs and antilogs, like I just said, they are inverses of each other. All right, so if we take a look at these numbers, do you see antilog of 3 is the same as saying 10 to the 3rd power? And so we can say that that's 1,000. Or we could have gone into our calculator and said second log, and that we are talking about 3. Notice it gives me 10 to the power of, and I still get 1,000. And then if I did it in the backwards calculator, I would say 3. And then second log, and again, it gives me 1,000. All right, so then if we take a look at this one, that's going to be 10 to the power of 0.4. And notice you could also just say 10 to the power of 0.4, and that would still be an antilog. So we get 2.5119. And usually the directions will tell you how far to round. And so take a moment and figure out what is the antilog of 0. So if we take any number to the 0 power, we just get 1. All right, so remember anytime we've been solving exponential equations for x, we've always been able to get to the same base. But then we said if I had something like 3 to the x power equal to 5, I wouldn't be able to find x using the same base because 3 and 5 can never become the same base. And that's where logarithms come in, because we can solve an exponential equation where the bases are never going to be equal by taking the log of both sides and solving. So this is using that equality property. So far we've been using the equality property to remove the logs and say that the numbers are equal to each other, but we can do it in the reverse and say that if these two numbers are equal, then the log of those two numbers is also equal. And then we're going to use our log rules to solve for x. So we have a power rule, which is why this comes in handy, that says we can bring those exponents down and say that I have x times the log of 8 equal to the log of 10. Now, if you just wanted to call this 1, that would be totally fine. And then I can't divide by the word log, but I can divide by the log of 8. That is a complete statement. If I just said log, I'd have to say the log of what, right? So in my calculator, if I have a forward calculator, I'm going to type in log of 10 and then make sure, because I started with a parentheses, I've got to close that parenthesis and then divide it by the log of 8, close that parenthesis equals, and I get x is equal to 1.1073. And then let's see if I can do that on my other calculator. So I'm going to do 10 log divided by 8 log, and then don't forget to press equals, and you'll notice once I press equals, I get the same exact answer. And so now let's see if that works. So this is saying 8 to the x power gives me 10. So if I do 8 to the power of 1.1073, I get 9.99998, which would round up to 10. With the inequality, it still holds true. I can still take the log of both sides, and it's still going to be less than or equal to. We just need to be careful that when we divide, are we dividing by a negative number? Okay, so my power rule says I can bring the x down. And so I have x times the log of 2.4 is less than or equal to the log of 20. And then if I divide by the log of 2.4, I need to know, am I dividing by a positive or a negative number? Because if I'm dividing by a positive number, I leave my equality the same, the inequality. If I divide by a negative number, then I've got to flip the inequality. So if I take the log of 2.4, I get a positive number. So that means I leave this the same and I don't change it. So then coming over here, these cancel and I get x is less than or equal to. And so then we would do, in this case, 20 log divided by 2.4 log. And on the backward calculator, don't forget to press equals. And we get less than 3.4219. All right, take a look at the next one and see if you can solve that. So if we take the log of both sides, we're going to take this 5x and bring it down. And so now I have 5 times x times the log of 3 is equal to the log of 85. So when I want to get x by itself, I don't just want to divide by the log of 3, because then I'd still have this 5. I also want to divide by the 5. And so when I plug this into my calculator, I want to make sure I put parentheses around this as well. So if I have a forward-thinking calculator, I'm going to type in the log of 85 and then close that parentheses, because I don't want to divide 85, I want to divide the log of 85. And then divide it by parentheses, 5 times the log of 3, and then close that off, and we get 0.8088, rounding up. So let's see if we can get that in my backwards calculator. We're going to do 85 log divided by parentheses, 5 times 3 log, close the parentheses, and then don't forget you got to press equal at the end, and then we get to the same number. All right, so with that knowledge, go ahead and see if you can solve for x on number 17. So we're going to take the log of both sides and keep that inequality. And then our power rule says to go ahead and bring this down. So that means that I have 2 times x times the log of 4 is greater than the log of 25. And so now I got to be a little more careful than the previous problem because this one I had equals. So I didn't care if I was positive or negative, but over here I need to care. So I am going to divide by the 2 as well as the log of 4. And I'm going to put parentheses around this to make sure that it goes into my calculator correctly. So on this side, they cancel. And before I can move on, I've got to figure out, I know 2 isn't going to make anything negative, but is the log of 4 negative? Nope, that's positive. So I'll make a little note of that right here. So this denominator was positive. So I would keep this the same. Had it been negative, I would have flipped it and called it negative. So now I'm going to say x is equal to, so on the forward calculator, we're going to say the log of 25, close the parenthesis, divided by parenthesis 2 times the log of 4, close it, and we get, sorry, this should say greater than, not equal. Who said that? 1.1610 when I round that up. So let's see if we get that same value out of my backwards calculator. So we're going to do 25 log divided by parentheses 2 times 4 log, close it and equal, and we get to the same value.